Did you know you have less than 7 seconds to make a first impression with your brand? And in those 7 seconds, your logo is the first thing your customers should see. A good logo doesn't just visually represent your brand, but also communicates your values and creates a connection with your audience. Whether you're starting a business or want to give your personal brand a fresh, new look, a well-designed logo is key. And the best part is that now, with the help of artificial intelligence, creating a professional logo is more accessible than ever. In this video, we're going to explore 2 free tools for designing incredible logos in just a few steps. The process we're going to follow is first creating a detailed prompt, and then testing different platforms to see which gives us better results. Let's get started. First, we're going to create our prompt using LeChat Mistral. What I like about this tool is that it's free and has a very large response limit, unlike ChatGPT or Google Gemini, which are very limited. We're going to ask it to help us create a prompt to generate a logo. In this example, we're going to create a logo for my brand called Chili Sin Carne. So we start by writing that it should help us create a prompt. The purpose of this brand is self-care, productivity, and life hacks, which are terms I work with. And we hit next. And here, as we can see, we already have the detailed prompt. From what I can see, it's quite long. Now we're going to ask it to summarize it in 150 words to make it more manageable. Perfect. We already have our base prompt that we're now going to copy and paste into different platforms as the base for generating these logos in this video. Now we're going to use Ideogram, which gives us 15 free credits weekly. One thing to keep in mind is that we use 4 credits for each generation you do. They offer different plans. The basic plan costs $7 if you want to use more credits. So here, as we can see on the website, on the home page, there's a section that says Logo. We click here. And here we can already see different examples of what the prompt they use to generate the logo looks like. So let's choose this one that's like an R with an M. And we can see that the prompt says minimalist logo mark, black background with the letter M in an arc shape. So the prompt is very detailed. And here we can see the magic prompt that the platform generated to help make the result better. This establishes a solid foundation when generating our logo. We'll take our sample prompt and simplify it while incorporating Mistral's generated description. We specify that the design should be clean, modern, easily recognizable, free from excessive visual clutter, and consistent with the brand's philosophy. We can adjust the style settings, keeping it set to design. Let's see if we can modify it to generate just one image. Oops! Since we're using a free account, we're limited to the initial 4 options and can't make that change. We do adjust the resolution to 1:1 format for a square output. We already have our prompt ready and we hit generate. Done. Our results are now complete. As we can see, they're very clear and super well defined. It created a gradient effect, which I think it drew from the prompt example we provided. Let's select this one, which I like because of that gradient effect. We can see the typography that was used is called Poppins, and we can download it as a JPG. Since we have a free account, we have limited options for upscaling, and resolution only allows us to download it as a JPG. We'll just leave it like this for now. This clearly demonstrates the capabilities that Ideogram has for generating logos. By mistake, I pressed twice, which is why it generated 8 versions. I think this is the one that best fits what I'm looking for. The results also depend on how you specify your prompt. Crafting a good prompt is very important in this case. I like the gradient it uses and the overall visual appeal. Everything is well defined. I really appreciate the gradient effect. It reminds me of a chili or hot pepper, which I find appealing. Let me move on to our next platform discussion. We're going to explore Recraft, a platform I've covered previously. If you want to learn more about its functionality, you can click the provided link for additional details. This platform offers more generous free credits, 50 daily credits that can generate approximately 20 images per day. The platform features a community section where you can browse different styles, similar to Ideogram. I recommend searching in the Vector Art tab when looking for logos, which aligns with what we're exploring today. Let's select a logo as our reference. This one works well. Notice how the prompt is much simpler, relying more heavily on the different available styles. The platform offers numerous style options beyond vector art, including typographic logos, icons, and symbols. This variety becomes crucial when creating your overall logo design. Let's generate a logo using this typography logo style, using similar prompt as in the logo reference. And here are our results. Not entirely convincing, but we can create additional versions using their other predetermined styles. Let's examine another reference logo and its prompt. This prompt is remarkably simple. It just says, make a minimalist logo, without even specifying the logo name. Following this approach, let's input, make a logo called Chili Sin Carne with a minimalist style, and see what results we get. Done. Here's our result, and it's much closer to what we're looking for. In this case, the typography appears quite random, but visually it's more appropriate when using this simple prompt without extensive description. Let's continue with this technique using a straightforward prompt. For instance, create a logo called Chili Sin Carne with minimalist style using this letter format, and we get our result. What I mentioned earlier is that it's better to first develop the typography component, then add the symbol. Let's keep exploring different styles. This playful typography already presents a much more attractive visual identity with better results. We can now use this typography and combine it with another style when looking for a symbol or logo mark. Now let's try this with the round logo style. Here's our result. We're getting much closer to our target. And as you can see, it's downloadable in SVG or vector format, which is advantageous because it can later be edited in Illustrator if desired. Another benefit is the ability to modify the logo colors. And this version is generated in vector format. When we zoom in, you'll notice it doesn't pixelate at all since it's vector-based. This demonstrates the results using Recraft. In conclusion, Ideogram has excellent logo quality. The only downside is that they give us 15 free credits per week. Also, it's a very good base for you to get inspiration from and take it as reference to write our prompts. And Recraft, the advantage is that they give us 50 daily credits. You can download the logos in vectors. It has integrated color editor and has multiple specialized styles. So my final tips are, first, use specific prompts, but not too long, as we could see with Recraft. Try different styles on each platform and be clear about what you're looking for before starting to make proposals. That's super essential when generating our logo. And that's all for this video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, activate the bell so you get notifications of the new videos I'll be making. And remember, the AI we're living in today is just the beginning. The best is yet to come. See you next time. Bye. Bye.